Zuku, Start Times, and most recently, also now coming to you live on Azam TV. So, in case you are in Tanzania, you are in Malawi, you are in South Africa, Mozambique, welcome to Matters. All right, we're glad that you could join us on this very important program. I saw that you had a roadshow in Munali here in Lusaka today. How was it? Impressed with the support you got from the capital city?
Yeah, it went very well actually. It went very well, and I must say, taking advantage of this platform, I must say thank you very much to the people of Monali who came out in numbers to welcome us and to talk to us, shake hands with us. It was a very interactive session we had with them. Very eye-opening, I must say. We saw a lot and learnt a lot within the time that we were there. It was good that we were there. It is good to be on the ground. It is good to know what Zambians are going through, especially during a period such as this one. Yeah.
You're in Lusaka for how many days? According to ACZ calendar.
According to ACZ calendar, I am finishing Lusaka on Monday.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's basically 2 days remaining before they eject me out of here.
How many other activities do you have between now and Monday? Where you
Several programs. Tomorrow we have, of course, we are Christians. We'll be in church tomorrow morning. Then in the afternoon we have a rally in Kanyama. On Monday we are in Matero, and in the afternoon we are in Kafue. Then Tuesday we are out of Lusaka. We'll be in Katuba, Fringilla, Chisamba, and then we proceed into Cabo.
So Central Province, after Lusaka, I get into Central Province.
Yes.
I've also seen, a number of these you've been having. You're also commanding some good numbers. I saw in Lopula, I saw in Northern Province. You're commanding some good numbers.
It's not even a question of commanding good numbers. The Citizens First does command a lot of support. We have support across the country. And when people come to us, we are not faking it. That is support that has been there. It is support that has been built over the years. Remember, Paul, we've been building this support. And so even when we go to those places, I'm surprised people are getting surprised when they
see the numbers.
When they see the numbers and they're like, so this is possible. The Citizens First is a very organized institution, and we are a very strategic institution. We're very deliberate about what we do. And so those numbers are natural to us. We are not fearing them. We are not playing music to attract them. It's
no
just
artists.
No artists, no comedians. It's just people coming to listen to a message of hope. Yeah.
How would you describe the campaign period thus far? I've also seen some instances where you've been blocked. Other places, I think I saw in Nakonde, you're being asked to leave.
So you are following, Paul? Eh?
I'm following closely.
Thank you.
Your trail, yes. How do you describe the campaign period thus far?
Paul, I must say here on this prestigious platform of yours that the schedule of the Electoral Commission of Zambia, especially for us presidential candidates, has been very punishing. It's very prohibitive. We are given 5 days to be in a province. And in that same 5 days, there's no traveling time. I finished Luapula province on Wednesday. Thursday, I was traveling to Lusaka. Yesterday, Friday, I had a meeting with the European Union. Today, Saturday, I had the road show in Munadi. Tomorrow, I've got those events lined up. And already, I finish on Monday. Tuesday, they're already counting that I should be in Central Province. So there is basically no space for us. And the most disadvantaging thing is that once you leave a province, you aren't allowed to go back.
Or you can't go back.
No, you can't go back. Western Province, I was literally ejected from there. They ejected me from Western Province because we finished our meeting in Senanga at around 16, traveled back to Mongu. I had a radio interview, a TV interview on Bolozi TV at 20 hours, and the police had already closed off the station saying, no, it's 18 hours that you should have finished your programs in Western Province. This is 20 hours, you can't be on any program, and in fact, you should not be here. So the way it has been put is very restrictive, and it is not giving us time to visit all other places, It's very difficult, extremely difficult.
what of the Zambia police? How do you describe their role? Because I've also seen a few other politicians, describe them in a quite negative way in terms of how they've conducted themselves. How's been your experience personally?
My experience personally with Zambia police has been twofold. From the first threshold, I mean, clearly I've been disappointed with what I experienced in Western Province with the police and what I experienced in Nakonde. In Nakonde, it was a Sunday. President Ichilema was supposed to be in Nakonde on a Tuesday. The electoral rules that we have agreed and set for ourselves were that, yes, it is true, when the president is in an area, I should not be in the same area. But the president was only going to be in Nakonde on Tuesday.
And that was a Sunday.
And this gentleman blocks us from entering Nakonde, saying we are preparing for the presidential visit. That is not the way you disenfranchise others. So that experience on one side has been very bad. On the other hand, I have experienced police officers who have in fact been very helpful, who have come and have said, I think what you do on this one, maybe let's consult the Electoral Commission of Zambia together. Let's call them and see how they can advise us. They have been facilitating. But others who are overzealous, like that police officer in charge of Nakonde, I don't know if he wants to be promoted or he wants to be known or he wants to be, the guy just makes his own rules, not knowing that he's just decampaigning his boss. Because that behavior that the police exhibited in Nakonde, that the police exhibited in Western Province, is not the behavior that the Zambians want. The police is not a force. It is a service. And they need to provide that service to us citizens. We need to be safe interacting with the police as opposed to us fearing them. So clearly, there are others who understand their roles and others who are overzealous, like the Nakonde guy, very overzealous guy. I think he wants to be IG. So IG, be careful that guy in Nakonde.
How would you describe many Zambians out there? Do you remember seeing you on the ballot in 2021 under the DP? Of course, they also do remember the fracas and the confusion that engulfed the Democratic Party, that made you leave and establish the Citizens First. So they have a trail of your journey in trying to lead this country. From the point of, from the time you established CF, how would you describe the growth of Citizens First? Is it growing? Are you growing as a party?
Hey, the growth has been exponential. Honestly, Paul, if you look at the growth trajectory of the Citizens First, nobody in this country would have imagined that today you can't talk about the politics of Zambia, political parties of Zambia, without mentioning the Citizens First.
You can't talk about the political parties in this country without mentioning CF.
You can't. Because the CF is a force to reckon with. It is an established organization. Within the last 4 years of our existence, it's like we've been in existence for the last 20 years.
Due to the impact.
The impact that we have had. Within the last 4 years, we've participated in almost every by-election. Within the last 4 years, we have made sure that we have even won against the ruling party. We won a ward council position within that 4 years. So you can see that it's a party that everybody has to refer to. And it makes us very proud of the good work that we have done. But also we thank the Zambian people for the confidence that they have deposited in us. Because without them, we would not reach these levels that we have reached. So we have grown, and we are confident that this growth trajectory can only get better.
What indicators would you point to that point to the growth rate of the CF? Because others would argue, President Kalaba, that for the last 4 years, we have not seen an MP, we've not seen mayor, we've not seen council chairperson. Maybe we can only point to one councillor or so in the last 4 years. Is that something, maybe that's something to be embarrassed about, and instead of being proud, right?
Paul. To the contrary, Paul, to win an election and to win a by-election for that matter is not an easy endeavor. And I know you understand what is involved. For a party that is at its infancy, 2 years, 3 years, we're 2.5, when we won a by-election, that is heavily commendable. And when you look at parliamentary by-elections that we have had not had those men. I think maybe only 2 parliamentary by-elections that we have had. We couldn't win couldn't win the 2, but we participated and we were ranked among the top 3. So we have really acquitted ourselves. And those who might say the exact opposite must, I think, check their facts right. Because I think there have been parties that have been existing for a very long time that are not even in our brackets as we speak. Why? Because ours has been a very focused institution, extremely focused, wanting to deliver to the people of Zambia. And basically, the party was formed to make a difference in the lives of Zambian citizens.
Why should, the over 8 million registered voters trust Harry Kalaba for the presidency? Why do you think they should vote for you to be in charge of running the affairs of this country? Why Harry Kalaba, of all people?
First of all, I think the Zambians there have a very huge duty to look at all of us who are aspiring for leadership in our entirety. They have to check our records, and they have to check what we stand for. I don't know if your camera can zoom what I'm wearing here. It is written citizens first. Ours has been to front load citizens. That's our interest. Paul, you've got a copy of our manifesto. And when you look at our manifesto, which was given to the public in 2023, the manifesto clearly tells you how we want to front load industrialization, how we want to improve agriculture, how we want to give Zambians an opportunity to advantage themselves. We are talking to what is in the manifesto. We've been talking about creating billionaires in this country. I'm not just talking from without. It's in the manifesto. It's documented, you know that. Zambia is about the only country in the sub-region which does not have a billionaire in dollars that you can really point to. Most of these people are masquerading as rich. When you just scratch the surface, you find that they've got huge loans, they've got huge liabilities here and there. But the country has not given deliberate incentives to its own citizens. We want to provide that opportunity to our people.
You sound like Mundubile, because that's the promise he made to the people in Central Province.
No. I don't know about him and what he promised the people.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the Zambians,
Paul,
remember that this is a promise that they had also a few days ago, that Zambians will be millionaires when they vote for him. You're sounding like him.
No, but Paul, I would want you to... I've known you to be a person that is very introspective. And I would want you to take these matters very, very seriously, Paul, because you know that I have not been talking about billionaires because of elections myself. You know that. You've interviewed me on this platform before, and we have talked to these matters from as way back as 2023. We've been talking about creating billionaires in Zambia, and we've also talked to the path in which we'll create those billionaires. We just don't say we're going to create them. We are talking also to the avenue in which those people can become billionaires. We have given examples of countries that have created billionaires deliberately. Nigeria is one of them. Malawi is one of them. Namibia, Botswana, South Africa. These have deliberately created billionaires so that wealth is conserved in their own places. We have not done that. In this country, what we have done is to vilify people that are trying to make progress. We want to look at them as being crooks, instead of seeing how best can we have incentives put before them for them to advantage themselves. Because if Paul Shingongo today became a billionaire, I'm rest assured that the money that Paul has is going to go in a local bank here. And once the money goes in a local bank here, it means that farmer or that entrepreneur somewhere there will go to the bank and borrow some money from that bank. But also maybe the interest rates will go down because of the way the bank has accessed that money. It is those things that we want to create ourselves as citizens first. So we are not copying from anybody. We are not going to refer to anybody, because for us, this is embedded in our manifesto. We are speaking to the manifesto as it presents itself. We are speaking to the manifesto as we think Zambians will benefit from their own country. So yes, Zambians have a duty to look at us very, very seriously, because our background also tells it. We are not here to become tenderpreneurs. We are here to help Zambians get out of the quagmire that we are
Zambia
in.
should take you serious. They should take citizens first serious.
And they are taking citizens first very seriously. They are taking citizens first very seriously. And those that have decided to look the other way, even when they have seen where seriousness is, we are inviting them to come. Come and work with us. Look at what we stand
Your
for.
history also, President Kalaba, sometimes is concerning. You remember the fracas you had in the Democratic Party with Judith Kabemba and the team, to the point that you had to leave them. Now also, the Zambians are also aware that even despite establishing a new front, there are people joining you who, like they used to say back in school in English, no sooner had they come than they are leaving you. People are joining you and at the same time also leaving you. We have your own running mate, Moses Mawere, joining you and ditching you a few weeks later. People like Greyford Monde in the Alliance, Orange Alliance, were shocked a few days ago, 2 days ago, left you and has since joined the ruling UPND Alliance. And plus many others, your strongman, like the people used to call him in the youth, Max Chung. All these people how do the Zambians out there take you serious, President Kalaba, when the people in your inner circle are not even taking you serious? They are leaving you.
No, Paul, I think I would draw an analogy. Paul, you're working for Prime TV. And this is not the first institution you have worked for. It doesn't mean when you left that radio program where you are working, then there was something wrong with that radio program, that radio station you're working with. It doesn't mean when you left the other station where you was at KBN TV to come to Prime TV. It doesn't mean that KBN was bad and that's why you had to leave. It's just that maybe your tastes had changed and you thought the grass is greener and sometime, and I know that this is not your last station. At some point we'll hear that Paul Shingongo, the strongman of that program, has also now decided to go to ZNBC. It doesn't mean that Mr. Shawa here is going to have a funeral, a big national mourning here, that because Paul has gone, we should start mourning. No. People come, people go. And the more others go, the more others join. You yourself here were saying that you are drawing huge crowds in Northern, Muchinga, Luapula, and today in Munali. You yourself were saying that here. So the fact that those crowds are coming to us, it is something that should even give you hope that the organization was not formed for purposes of individuals. This is a people's organization. Individuals can go. Individuals will come in. I've always likened our party to a bus. A bus that is starting off from Lusakapo, going to Kabwe. The bus might stop in Chisamba, and people will come off the bus in Chisamba. It doesn't mean the bus will spend the night in Chisamba because some people have gotten off the bus in Chisamba. The bus will still go and reach its destination.
Even if it's empty?
Yes, it will go and reach. It will be in Kabwe, that's for sure. The Citizens First is going to reach its destination. And I can tell the viewers there, this bus will reach where it should reach because we are focused. Paul, you are mentioning individuals who might have joined us 57 days. They were just with us in the party. And when they come, they are only 2 months, and you're talking about alliances. Alliances can form and alliances can crack. You can't attribute that to the Citizens First, per se.
No. I think President
let me finish my argument.
Yeah.
So people will make decisions. They will join other alliances, just like they joined the Citizens First. The Bible, is it Amos 3 verse 3? The Bible says 2 cannot walk together unless they agree. So if we don't agree and the persons find themselves comfortable with the other side of the divide, we can only wish them well. But that doesn't show weakness. That in fact shows growth. The fact that people can join an organization, it shows that the organization has got life. And the fact that they can even go to a media house and announce a departure, it is telling you that is a formidable party. Because there are parties here, Paul. Zambia's got how many parties? We've got a lot of political parties, right? How come other parties are not losing members? How come people are not leaving other parties and going to other parties? And how come others are not joining to go and join them? So the fact that people can come and go, it means our party has remained very interactive. And those who go, bye-bye. Those who come, you are welcome.
Those that go bye-bye, maybe before you tell them bye-bye, maybe do a bit of introspection why they're leaving. Have you tried to ask, veteran politicians like, Chimba Kambwili, who you adopted and announced that and decided to endorse someone else? Isn't that a slap in your face? Because I was seeing some comments that, look, that's a slap in the face of President Kalaba. That someone he gave an adoption certificate decides to go and endorse someone else. Isn't that a slap in your face? Don't you feel like this is embarrassing to me?
No, Paul. Paul, running a political organization is not like a walk in the park. Running a political organization requires a lot of ingenuity. And that's why God, I think, chooses very carefully. It's not for everybody. Don't try this at home. There's something that you watch on TV and they tell you, don't try this at home. Running a political party, if you ask even my elder brother, Akainde Ichilema, he will tell you how many people have left him in that party. If you ask the former ruling party, the PF, you ask how many people have left that party. And coming specifically to my brother Kambwili, I think he joined us, is it on the 17th of May? And 2 weeks later, he decided to endorse another candidate. So that doesn't really affect us because he's decided.
Is he still standing on a ticket?
Yes, he's on the Citizens First. And
you're allowing that?
Look, the decision to allow somebody to do whatever they have done is not the decision of President Harry Kalaba. As I told you earlier on, our party is a very organized institution with a very well laid out structure. Certain things that happen are not for the president. Therefore, what we call there is a central committee in place.
So the central committee, President Kalaba has allowed Chimba Kambwili to still continue?
No, the central committee will deal with this matter. Right now, we are busy with elections. I was just giving you a punishing schedule before me.
Yeah, but that's a very important matter, President Kalaba, that you can't put on the side.
No. There are so many ways of skinning a rat, my brother. This is a country we are running. This is not something that you should use emotions. This is a country you are running, and if you run a country using emotions, you fail to govern it. We have been there before, some of us, and we understand how these things must
So there's
move.
a way you're going to skin this rat.
There is a way that you can handle some things. And for us, as Citizens First, when all is said and done, the Central Committee will convene. And the Central Committee
19 days to elections.
The Central, it doesn't matter.
No, it does, President Kalaba.
No. It doesn't matter, my brother. It doesn't matter. The Central Committee, at one point, I can assure you, is going to
before the elections.
No. It might not even be before the elections.
So he might still stand on the CF ticket.
He's on the CF ticket. And we're not contesting that. What I'm telling you is that the Central Committee has decided to say these are matters that the Central Committee will look at after
the elections.
After we say yes, after the elections. And the Central Committee then will decide what to do. If they think this is a matter that they can just gloss over, fine.
If he wins.
If it's a matter which the Central Committee thinks it has to be punished, that's for the Central Committee to decide. It is not for Harry Kalaba to decide. Otherwise, then what's the point of having a Central Committee in place? But the Central Committee is there to guide the party, and the party will emerge stronger.
I have heard,
President
Kalaba, I've heard a few things, concerning some of the reasons why some of the people are deciding to leave you. One of the key issues, and I'd like you to speak to it, many have indicated that President Kalaba is not transparent the way resources are handled in the party. There's a tight lead that you personally manage in Citizens First. You're not a transparent man. That is what some people are saying. And that's the reason they are leaving you. Because even some of the reasons that Moses Mawere left has to do with money.
Well, that's very interesting, because running politics in Zambia, Paul, is self-sacrifice. Um, we've been in opposition for a very long time, and the reason why many people fail to run politics in our country is because they think there is money. This is about self-sacrifice, Paul. This is money that you have to get from your children's mouths to put in the organization for it to run. And many people are not ready for that. Because many people think you form a party today and somebody is going to pour money into your political party for it to grow. No. You have to tap into your reserves. You have to go and sell that property and that property for you to run your organization. It's not an easy endeavor. Never an easy endeavor. If it was easy, everybody would be running a party. That's why people run parties, and their parties have remained like kindergartens for years, because they're expecting others to pour in resources, which resources are not there. For the citizens first to speak, for me, I can tell you our party has survived because individuals contribute to it. Individuals have to pay. Every month, members of the Central Committee have to contribute their own individual monies. And I'm not the national treasurer. I don't keep money for the party. But they have to give the national treasurer the money. And the national treasurer is the one who manages money for the party. Harry Kalaba also has to contribute, just like anybody else is contributing.
So you are indicating that these allegations are not true, that even when there is money, even when money has entered the citizens first, the way you manage these resources is a source of concern to your members. These allegations are not true.
No. How can a person who has joined us, if indeed he said that, how can a person who joined us just some 50 days ago come and tell you that I think money is not transparent? First of all, we are using our own personal resources to run an organization. I'm using my own personal vehicles to run an organization. I'm using my own personal money to come here where I've come for this interview. It's personal. So when you come to find that people are using their personal resources, then you discover to say, oh, I think there's a problem here. Me, I thought it was one alali. It was money everywhere, right, left, and center. But there's no money in the economy. There's no money in the economy. Our party has been run by well-wishers who don't give me the money. They give the treasury the money. One of my strengths, by the way, Paul, from the time that I've come from the past, is that even when I was foreign minister, even when I was lands minister, I was deputy minister, never will you find Harry Kalaba anywhere near money. Because for me, money is one of the small components in what I do. So it's not a big deal. And many people come into politics for money, by the way. If it's to come in politics for money, and especially in the opposition, you'll be disappointed because it is not there. I'm sure even here, in your own organization here, I'm sure there are so many stones that are being thrown at your general manager or your director here, Mr. Shawa. I think money, where is this money coming? Where is that money going? It's because people who are not hardworking or people who are not innovative will always begin saying, but how come he's driving that car? Maybe somebody else has given him that car, but how come he built that house? How come he did that? For us, or for me as a person, I will tell you that this is sacrifice. It's just all sacrifice.
Do you regret choosing Moses Mawere as your running mate?
Well, I will tell you that I didn't choose him. It is the alliance that chose Mr. Mawere.
Do you regret having Moses Mawere as your running mate?
I'm saying I can only regret if the decision was entirely mine. But that decision was made as a collective. The alliance settled for him. And so for me, as a good member of the alliance, I only had to oblige and say, oh, work with him. But what has happened has happened. It is now water under the bridge. We now look to the future with progress.
Yeah, many actually, when there was that announcement that he was running it, many indicated that that's a wrong choice. That including the Orange Alliance, including me, I thought I heard
you.
Yeah, I thought
I heard you on this platform saying that. So I don't even know why you're asking me that question when you said it was a wrong. What do you say was a wrong choice?
No, I wonder if
you said it on TV.
If I was the one being interviewed, I was going to answer.
No, but
it's
you
the
are
other way
the
around.
You are the one.
The other way around.
You are the one who said it on TV because I heard you.
Don't you think that was a wrong choice?
I didn't think it like that because for me, I don't look at individuals from a perspective of innuendos. People are supposed to be given chance and opportunity, and they themselves will prove themselves. If they prove themselves that they are not straight or they can't live up to it, they say character is something you cannot hide, Paul. Character is like a pregnancy. Eventually it will come out, and it will show. Like we're talking just on these same issues of governance, money and stuff. You know, if it's somebody who is corrupt, somebody who is stealing money from an organization, you know, you can't run away from it. Within a certain period, that trait will manifest itself. And so here we are now. Zambians are there judging for themselves what is happening in our country. But for us as citizens first, what has happened has happened. It is water under the bridge. We look to the future with a lot of energy, and this is something we'll do.
The people out in the next 19 days will be choosing the next president of this country. You know, whether they are re-electing President Hichilema, whether they're removing him, putting in President Kalaba or any other. One of the things now that the Constitution has privileged the Zambians is, as they choose a president, they are also choosing indirectly who their vice president will be. As they go to vote in the next 19 days, as they vote for Kalaba, who are they voting for as their vice president?
Well, it's a good question you ask, but that is a matter that I think governance activist has taken up. One guy called Isaac Mwanza has gone to the Constitutional Court because the Electoral Commission of Zambia has interpreted that, and they have said the clause the Constitution does not say on what happens when a running mate dies or withdraws or does whatever they want to do. It doesn't say. So it is silent on that. So Isaac Mwanza has gone to the Constitutional Court. And maybe we should allow the Constitutional Court to guide the country. If Harry Kalaba is going to...
Attorney General says you can you can substitute.
I mean, that's his view.
Yeah.
But we are waiting for the Constitutional Court to tell us whether Harry Kalaba is going to appoint somebody else. It might be you, Paul. Or whether...
Do you have someone in mind as you wait for the court to... Do you have someone already?
Yes.
Who's that?
Yourself.
No. The Zambians would like to know.
No, yourself.
Who's that? Many have said...
Yourself. So, let me finish that.
Yes.
Thing. So, depending on how it's going to be structured, I'm sure that answer or that question will be answered appropriately, depending on the guidance that the Constitutional Court will give. But what I know is that I'll be on the ballot.
If they ask you to quickly replace before the elections, you already have someone.
Several.
Many thought you'd pick Savoy Mbwela. They were very disappointed.
No, but President Savoy, by the way, many people look at her as if she wanted that position. She was very clear. President Savoy is one person that is very realistic with issues, and she makes things very easy. She's a realist. She has never wanted to be a running mate. She has wanted to contribute to the growth of the Orange Alliance, and she's doing that very well.
Yeah. Does the departure of Greyford Monday, weaken the Orange Alliance?
No. I don't think so, because Greyford Monday did not come with a political party to the Orange Alliance. He came as an individual. Like many individuals are leaving, like you said. We have had 4 individuals have left, and you are saying many people are leaving, Harry. But only 3 people. You can't mention 5 people here. You only mentioned 3 and you say people are leaving you. Look.
No, but if I start counting, really, there will be more than 5, really, yeah.
I mean, it's like if you start counting here in Prime TV, how many employees have left? There'll be more than 5 or 6. I mean, people come, people go, and we should not start having a fanfare because of... But the truth is that for us, Greyford Monday remains a great colleague. Greyford Monday is a brother to me. Greyford Monday has decided that the UPND for him is the best avenue to represent the people of Zambia. So be it. And we respect that. Like we've respected our former national chairman,
Max,
and all those that have...
He was a strong man for the youth, especially. That was actually a shocker to many of the youths in your party.
Is it?
Yeah, he was a strong man in your political party. You know that. Or you don't know he was a strong man?
I mean, look, Paul, Paul, the truth of the matter is, there's a saying in Bemba, pafu abantu, pashala abantu. Paul, you are not indispensable where you are there. The fact that you are very good, and by the way, you are good.
Thank you.
But I was worried when you left KBN TV. I didn't think somebody would emerge who would be as good as you. As we were talking, there was IP. IP is there, and IP is just driving the things. What am I saying? It's because nature doesn't like a vacuum. The moment you leave, even tomorrow you left Prime TV, Mr. Shower, that guy, Mr. Shower, is a businessman, very shrewd businessman. He will find somebody. Shrewd. Yes, he will find the young girl to sit in that seat. And will come, and the young girl will even be answering or asking questions even in a much more complex manner. So, nature doesn't tolerate a vacuum. So, for us, we celebrate the time that we had with our former National Youth Chairman. We celebrate the time that we had with our former national chairman. We celebrate the time that we had with whoever has left the organization. We celebrate the time because during the time that they were with us, they made our party grow. They made our party tick. And maybe at that point, that is how far they could have gone. And somebody else has to take over.
President Hichilema has indicated that he has raised the bar quite high in the country. He's raised the standard. He's actually taken us to the Champions League, according to his words. And it will be very difficult for anyone to unseat him, using his words, you say, to Ali Kalakale, because he has brought development that the Zambians can see. In his slogans, it's sort sana now. Do you think you can manage to unseat a man that claims that he has taken the country to higher levels?
I'm happy, Paul, that you are very good at your English. You know, even the way you're using your language, it is very selective. You are saying that he claims. You know, claiming is not a factual thing. It's just to claim. So when he claims, I can also claim seated here. And the fact that he has claimed does not mean that the reality has happened. By the way, Paul, I don't know how old you were in 1991. There were people who were good at claiming. Dr. Kahunda was very good at claiming. He never managed to win the elections in 1991. Fast forward, in 2011, we had Rupiah Banda. He claimed he was going to win the elections. He didn't win the elections. We had President Lungu, who also claimed that he was going to hand over power to himself. He didn't hand over power to himself. May his soul rest in peace. And now we have my older brother, President Hichilema. I think he's a bad student of history. Go and tell him.
He's a bad student of history.
He's a bad student of history. He should know what Kaunda said. He should know what Rupiah Banda said. He should know what Chiluba said. He should know what Edgar Lungu said. If he can claim that he has put glue on the chair and that he's already seated there, the decision to remove somebody from the seat or to put somebody in the seat lies exclusively with the people. That is why we are campaigning. That is why we are having rallies. That is why we are going around the country. We are going around the country to tell our people out there, this is our message. This is what we will do for you when you elect us. That is why there's that period of 90 days to explain. So why is he even campaigning if he's not going to go out? Why is he having more than 60 rallies within a period of 90 days? He's having all those rallies. If he's confident that he's going to come back, it's because he's not sure.
He's not sure.
They say actions speak louder than words. If the president was sure he was winning these elections, he would be seated drinking coffee there. The man is not sleeping, even coming to interfere with our calendars in the provinces because he wants to bambazonki. So you who says there was no opposition, how come you are jumping from one place to another, hopping all over the country when there's no opposition? It's because you know that even for you as head of state, it is not guaranteed that you're going to win the elections. The decision to win, the decision to put at that position lies with the people of Zambia. And they're passing the verdict on the 13th of August. not me a participant. The president is just a participant like me. He has to wait for the adjudicators, the people out there. They are the ones who are going to decide, at this juncture, we want this one. And the people will decide.
Don't you think there are so many other things, even as he claims, there are so many other things he can point to that can make the Zambians believe that he deserves to be
re-elected? It's not a question. No, Paul, Paul, it's not a question of what you have done. It is what the voters there are perceiving, because there's what we call a court of public opinion. There's a court there of the public, what the public have perceived. You didn't bury your friend when he was dead. You have shown that you have not united the country. You have shown that the rising cost of living, you're not handling it. The fuel thing, you lied to us that you're going to reduce, you didn't introduce. The price of meal you did introduce. The cost of, all these things, the court of public opinion has formed its own opinion there. So whether you say whatever you are saying, is it in conformity with the court of public opinion? If the court of public opinion says what you are saying is not true, Bwana, because they have decided. Now, he can say whatever he wants to say. Dr. Kaunda said whatever he wanted to say. Edgar Lungu said whatever he wanted to say. In fact, when the court of public opinion was removing Rupiah Banda in 2011, when PF was coming in government, Rupiah Banda, when you looked at the economy, it was thriving. The price of meal was very reasonable. The cost of living was not as hostile as it is right now. But the court of public opinion wanted that Michael Sata guy. They wanted Sata because they thought he was going to be a better person to take them to the next place. And they changed. So whether he can say whatever he wants to say,
what if another court
he can keep that to himself?
What another school of thought, of course, would say that, look, this court of public opinion can also see and feel tangible development in their communities, in their area. Money before used to be in the city. Now they can see the impact of CDF in the community. They used to have their children on the streets. Now they can see their children, 2 million plus, children back in school. What if this court of public opinion has felt these results, tangible results?
Then he's going to be re-elected. You don't argue with the court of public opinion, because the power lies with them.
So if those things are being felt by the...
If the CDF hoax is what the court of public opinion says is a good thing...
You're calling it a hoax.
Yeah, that's a hoax. If the CDF thing hoax, the court of public opinion says it is workable, fine. Then, yeah, pasa. But...
If the free education...
If the court of public opinion
believes and they can see their children in school.
If they can feel, Paul, there is no argument there. You and I should not even quarrel about it. If they can feel it, then good for him.
He's going to be re-elected if they can feel it.
Of course. Dr. Kaunda brought the coupons, the meal coupons, in 1991. And he said, I'm giving free meal. But the court of public opinion said, we don't want to be lazy people with that free meal you are giving us. We don't want that. We want to be working for ourselves. They passed their own judgment. So let us wait for the court of public opinion on the 13th of August.
But some of the things President Kalaba, even you're able to see, you can see free education, right? You're able to see, right?
Are you able to see it yourself?
We have seen children in schools, right?
So if you want to sit there as a youth chairman of the UPND, and you want to start forcing me to say you have seen.
The question is very simple.
Ask a question. Don't start telling me.
The question is very simple, President.
No.
Haven't you seen children going to school?
Ask me a question that is general. Ask me a question that is going to make me give you my own opinion. You are forming an opinion already here.
I'm asking a question.
Are you a member of the UPND?
The question is very simple.
If you are a member of the UPND, then
simple.
I'll treat you like a member of the UPND.
The question is very simple. I'm not a member of the UPND, and I find that very insulting, actually, for my profession, President Kalaba, on a very serious note. The question is very simple.
If you are going to come here,
question,
But if you are going to come here,
for your understanding.
So rephrase it.
Yes. Is it true from your perception, you are living in this country, are you able to see civil servants being recruited? Are you able to see children going to school?
But Paul, maybe you're living a few more insulted now. Because Paul, if you can ask me a question like saying you can see civil servants being recruited.
Yeah.
Paul, the UPND is not the first political party to employ civil servants. You are talking to a civil servant here. Paul, I am an accomplished civil servant. I have been in the civil service for 10 years, retiring at director level. So I understand how the civil service works. The civil service has got what you call structures, establishments. So when people die, when people resign, when people move to another place, they have to replace those people. And they are paid. Are you telling me employing nurses to fill up a structure of an establishment, you can come here on this platform and say you can't see that they're being employed? Didn't Kaunda employ nurses? Didn't Chiluba employ nurses? Didn't Sata employ nurses? Why should we go on and until now that they have employed teachers? Teachers have been employed since time immemorial. So it's not something that you can say they have done us a favor. After all, they are getting paid for employing those nurses. Why should we celebrate them, Paul? Just why? That is not working. These people, Paul, you want to project as if they have worked. These people,
I'm not the one projecting. I'm asking a question. Please, let's correct that narrative, President Kalaba.
No,
let's correct that narrative.
You said, can't you see that CDF is working? Can't you see that they are employing civil servants? Can't you see that?
So it's wrong for you to say.
By you saying that. By you saying
asking.
That. Yes. Okay. By you asking.
Yes.
By you asking that question, even when I told you clearly that these colleagues of ours are employing nurses because of establishments, that is not what we can call work. They came on the platform of saying that they themselves were entrepreneurs, they have succeeded in their private lives, and that they were going to create jobs. We wanted to see a private sector that was going to thrive, Paul. We wanted to see a private sector that was going to say they have created several companies. Now Mukula tree, we are making sticks for Chinese people here. Now we have got a situation where we have got now cotton, we are adding value. They are making now bed sheets, they are doing what? And they have employed so and so many children. That has not happened. What has happened is that they have kept on insisting on the civil service structure. We have employed 37,000 teachers. We have employed 18,000 clinical people. We have employed. That is not something that can make someone be re-elected simply because they have fulfilled their mandate to fill up a structure. And at the end of the month, they even go to get paid. And we should be clapping for you. Why did you go and get the money then if it was free service? We would say, oh, okay, it's because they were doing it free service. But they go and get paid for employing those people, for filling up the structures. And we should be clapping for them. Icon, man. We can't do that.
Okay, so just joining us, my guests tonight, President Harry Kalaba of Citizens First. The question we're asking is, Harry Kalaba, the next president of Zambia, can be a part and parcel of the conversation, even in the last few minutes that we have. This program is live on our Facebook platform as well as YouTube. Go there, drop in your comments, questions, and contributions. I can see some good questions also coming through on our page. And of course, you can be able to ask, and we shall be able to respond through our guest tonight. As we prepare to wrap up this conversation, this aspect of working together, unity as political parties, is something that has been there, I think, from the time the UPND, formed government. There's been alliances, there's UKA, TONS, and all these issues of working together has always been there. But there's always a comment that people make about you, President Kalaba, that you don't like working with people. Many have indicated that you are too proud, too ambitious. You don't like working with people. You believe that you can go solo and still win.
Paul.
Because others, and I'm asking this because others have asked, why don't you join the Tonsi? Why don't you join Brad Mundubile team and be able to eject the UPND from office?
Paul, that's a very good question you're asking. I'm laughing because what you're asking is what I hear more often than not. That Harry Kalaba should join that alliance, Harry Kalaba should join that alliance. And if you remember, Paul, just a while ago, I gave you an example that... is it Amos 3 verse 3?
Yes.
Again.
Can two work together unless they agree?
Yes. So Are you telling me that I should join any other alliance simply because they are playing loud music, so I should go there? Or I should join another alliance because they are claiming to have employed teachers and then they are being paid? You know, we must be serious with the way we handle these issues. You don't just join alliances. For us, we have joined the Citizens First Orange Alliance. There are political parties also there that we are working with. I'm not working alone. There are political parties there. And we were just talking about President Sabo just a while ago. She's working with us in the Orange Alliance. Malumo is working with us. Chansa is working with us. Molimbika is working with us. These are not colleagues who are coming from the same party like Citizens First. They're coming from. But you see, there's been this notion of people saying, let's come together. How can a party, honestly, Paul, hear me and be my advocate. How can a party like the Citizens First, that has been created for the last 4 years, participating in by-elections and preparing to participate in a general election like this one, be told to abandon everything that it has been doing, to go and join a formation whose existence we don't even know? I mean, why would we want to do that? Why would we want to do that? We have got parliamentary candidates standing. We have got mayoral candidates standing. We've got councillors standing. What happens to these people if today Harry Kalaba says, I'm going to support that or that formation? I am directly saying, I'm abandoning those colleagues. They can find themselves or go to the highway. For me, I'm going to that alliance. We don't do that. We understand in the Citizens First that it is a process. And so I get surprised that people are asking an organized political party, a party that has been around for a very long time, to leave whatever it has been doing, go and dissolve yourselves in another formation. And what's the manifesto and what's the...
Does it mean joining is dissolving on? We can't say Savoy has dissolved by joining the Orange Alliance, right?
Because Savoy, Imboela, and what Harry Kalaba is doing, we have looked and we have agreed. We have never believed in certain issues that we have seen. I mean, some formations, we have seen that their character in the past has been that of violence. Some formations, we've seen that their character has been that of corruption. Some formations we've seen in the past that, I'm not mentioning any formations here.
General.
Paul, I'm saying, so if we don't agree with some characteristics of that nature, we will not just go into it because we should, because there is a call that you go and join them so that you can be politically correct. We are not going to do things to become politically correct. That is not happening. Not under my watch. We are going to do things.
Maybe this is the pride people talk about.
No, it's not pride. It's knowing what you want to do. You know, if you know what you are doing, you will not be moved by the wind. The fact that Mr. Shawa here, again, sorry to use him today a lot in examples, is running Prime TV. The fact that your boss is running this, and then he hears that another media house has introduced something which is not in here, and you tell him, no, why don't you start working with that media house because you have not done... I mean, you people have got your vision here. You know what you want to achieve here. The Citizens First, Orange Alliance, has got its own objectives clearly set and spelled. We are not going to dissolve them simply because another formation has come, and so we should go there and then parade ourselves and say, well, we're also part of it. We are not doing that. We are not doing that. We are going
so that is not happening.
It's not happening. We are going to be where we are. We are going to stay here. And we have heard rumors, no, Harry Kalaba has endorsed this political party, or Harry Kalaba is joining that political party. Harry Kalaba is with Citizens First Orange Alliance. Period. We are not in any other alliance apart from the Citizens First Orange Alliance.
Have you and, for example, Brian Mundubile spoken about working together?
Oh, yes. I've sat down with him. I mean...
most recent is when?
Maybe a month ago.
A month ago?
Yes, we've talked.
About working together?
We've talked, yes. And we have maintained our position. We've been very clear on how we want to work and on what the Citizens First Orange Alliance is standing for. And if the two don't meet and match, we wish you well in your endeavors. Wish us also well in our endeavors.
So those conversations about a month ago had a resolution that you continue to work in separately, or there's a possibility that in the next 19 days you're able to work together?
Paul, right now, the Citizens First Orange Alliance is campaigning to win the elections in Zambia. We are not working with any other.
I'm just following up on the meeting you had with Brian Mondule. You're saying you've had a conversation about a month ago about working together. What was the resolution?
No. It's comparing on how best practices can be matched.
No possibility of working together in the next 19 days.
I mean, working together, we are in opposition. We can work together. I mean, by ensuring
either
that
Tonse joining you or you joining Tonse. No possibility.
No. But they're free to join us if they want. They're free to join us. They have invited us to join them, and we have said that for now, for ourselves, we are comfortable where we are.
But they're free to join you.
I mean, if they feel, I mean, this is the politics of numbers.
Some people, you are a very experienced politician, President Kalaba, who has been around for quite some time, and I know you know this. Elections in this country have always been, with maybe one or two exceptions, a two-horse race.
And that's the monotony, Paul.
Yes.
That must be broken, eh?
It must be broken?
Even developed countries like France, you've heard of the far right and the far left, and they're always centralists. Why would the Citizens First is here to give Zambians an opportunity to choose? Zambians must have a diversity of choice. We should not limit them. And thank you for having me on this program, because Zambians out there must know that if they cannot vote for A or vote for B, they can also vote for C. There are voters, Paul, in 2021 who could not vote because they did not find any of the candidates suitable. Remember, Paul, that I think there were about, is it 7 million voters that were in 2021? About 3 million people did not vote because they were not satisfied with what was presented before them. We must strive to impress our bosses, our voters out there. And if we are just going to be saying, no, because the voters have said it's a two-horse race, and that's what people are quickly wanting to conclude, it's a two-horse race.
Do you agree this election is a two-horse race?
The only ones who can determine whether it's a two-horse race are the people that will be voting
and that's why I began by indicating that you have been around quite much and you understand these things. We don't have to wait for the poor day for us to wait for the Zambians to vote for us to know whether it's a two-horse race or not. From perception, and I'm glad you spoke about the Court of Public Opinion. From the Court of Public Opinion, which you belong to, do you think this election is a two-horse race?
So how will you know what the Court of Public Opinion will adjudicate if you don't allow them to go and cast their ballots? How will you know?
Who do you think is the main challenger to President Harry?
No. How will you know? Again, that question will be answered on the 13th of August.
As Harry Kalaba,
I'm talking to you now, Paul, as a former foreign minister.
Yes.
I have seen elections. I have conducted elections before under SADC. I have gone to observe missions to go and observe elections. And Paul, we have been shocked, not in one instance, in several instances, where the people thought it is this person that is going to be the main challenger. When the results were announced, it was a completely different thing. Again, because the adjudicators had their own benchmark. There was a situation in Malawi, for instance. We didn't even think that Joyce Band at the time was going to emerge a winner. She did. In Sierra Leone, there are several examples in the DRC Congo. There are several examples where you can give where people thought it is this one and that one winning. But the Court of Public Opinion had its answers up their sleeves. When the results were coming out, it was a different ballgame.
Who do you think will be the main challenger?
So,
who do you think is the main challenger to the incumbent?
I don't think I can answer that question.
Why?
Because that is the issue that the
people
I'm asking
you,
will answer.
You, not the people.
No, me, I am participating in this.
So as a participant, who do you think?
I am, as far as I'm concerned, I'm the best candidate seated here. So for me, I am
the best
here.
Candidate.
Yes, and I'm telling the people there, without shame, I'm telling the Zambians, vote for Harry Kalaba on the 13th August. This is the best shot, the best chance that you have. Because you look at the past, you look at our policies, you look at our consistency, you look at our background, then clearly you know that this is the person that has to take Zambia to the next paradigm.
Some have indicated that this man is very stingy with resources, very broke as an individual, as a party, and some of them actually have indicated that's the reason why they don't even want to work with you. Is it true that you are broke? Is it true that CF is broke? Is it true that you're stingy?
That's a very good one, You know what? Money is not to be given to anybody just like it's a, it's a commodity to be given, It's whether I am broke or I'm stingy or they'll give you all kinds of names, But the truth of the matter is people have to learn to work very hard for the limited resources that they should have. And if people don't work hard, they'll always call you stingy, Paul. Paul, look, you've been here. I mean, to your credit, Paul, you're a young man, but very responsible. You've been here waiting to conduct this interview. From 15 hours that it should have happened, you've been here. Now, anybody who was reckless would have been drinking alcohol somewhere else. And this program could never take off because they were busy playing around. You didn't do that. You are focused. So when you earn your money, you make your bit of money, and then somebody comes who has not worked and put in the much effort that you've put in. This ujaponi waka no pasan drama oja no chabe chabe oja. Yes, not chabe chabe because he is serious with what he does. I'm a very serious person myself. That is why I left government office, Paul, in 2017, and I'm still here, going very strong. And people are still saying, is stingy, is what, is broke, is what. Well, all I know is that I'm having a rally tomorrow. I'll be leaving for Central Province on Tuesday. And if that's what stinginess and brokenness does, so be it.
Let me get your final thoughts as we wrap up the program. Your message to the voters.
On a very serious call, I think you have a choice in this election. The issue of you making a decision on who heads our country is a very serious responsibility that lies with you. You have checked our backgrounds. You've checked what we stand for. You've checked what the decisions we have made when it mattered most. You have an inescapable responsibility as citizens to choose right. And we are confident from the Citizens First perspective that you are taking us and looking at us very seriously in this election, and that you know that our manifesto is clear. Our party is Citizens First. Ours is to front load your interests. We are tired of having foreigners have advantages over you. We are tired of having load shedding for the last 4 years. We want to bring nuclear energy in this country. We want to ensure that there is enough power for industries that we're talking about to come. We are tired of importing blankets. We are tired of importing things that we can make in our own country. It requires leadership, a very focused leadership that can make this country move. And you are right now looking at that leadership. We don't move with the wind. We move when it matters. And now is the time to move, to make that decision on the 13th of August. We are counting on you.
President Kalaba, thank you so much for finding time to come through and for honoring our invitation tonight.
Paul, thank you very much.
We wish you well in the next 19 days.
And vote for us, right?
President Harry Kalaba, Citizens First President, was my guest on Matters Arising. On behalf of the entire production crew, my name is Paul Shingongo. Good night.
For God's sake.